that, many Nigerians, many governors, many of the Nigerian politicians, the lawyers, the justices, the president, Buhari, Tinubu, and co. expected that if Nnamdi Kanu is captured and put into prison, that he will keep quiet and stop fighting for the right of his people and his own personal right. But it seems that the more they try to shut him up, the more Nnamdi Kanu is talking, even from prison. Because right now he has released a statement that is bringing the lawyers, the justices, the judges that put him in prison, all the people that put him in prison. Nnamdi Kanu has released a statement that is bringing them to book. Even in prison, he is not silent. He is not afraid. He is not a coward. He has kept talking. And just a few minutes ago, he released a statement from prison. That is what we'll be looking at in this very video. Of course, you already know that here in Noble Media, we stand for the truth. Whatever we perceive injustice, we dim our satellite there. Let us now look at the latest update that Nnamdi Kanu released, that all the lawyers in Nigeria have to, as a matter of urgency, look into. Nnamdi Kanu accused 3 judges of gross misconduct in petition to Nigerian Bar Association. Remember that here in Noble Media, we have written you a report that a few days ago, Nnamdi Kanu wrote a detailed report by himself. He wrote a report to the Nigerian Bar Association, all the lawyers in Nigeria that are gathered in a place. There's a place called Enugu in the southeastern part of Nigeria. This is where all the lawyers are gathered, and Nnamdi Kanu has released a statement to all of them. Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has petitioned the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, accusing some judges of gross misconduct and violation of his constitutional right. This kind of gross misconduct is the same thing that has been holding Nigeria. This lawlessness, not obeying the law, this is what has been holding Nigeria and several third world nations. Lawlessness, impartiality, looking at faces in personal judgment, not obeying the law, not following the constitution, especially to a certain tribe, to a certain section of the nation. Nnamdi Kanu has raised a statement against it. In the petition dated August 18, an address to the president of the NBA, Kanu described his treatment before Nigerian court as nothing less than the judicial lynching against constitutional order. Kanu called the way these 3 judges and Nigerian judges have handled him as judicial lynching against the constitution of Nigeria. This is Kanu talking now. This is not merely a letter of a persecuted man. It is a bill of indictment against a segment of Nigeria judiciary that has, in my case, that's in Kanu's case, converted courts of law into arenas of impunity. This is the way Kanu talks without looking at faces. He is saying that Nigeria, the leaders, politicians, the judges, have converted the hallowed, a holy court of law to an arena of impunity. Because in most nations, the law is treated as something sacrosanct, as something holy, something that should not be meddled with. But in most third world nations, especially in Nigeria, it appears that the law is something that is played with. The judges, the politicians, the lawyers seem to be in the pocket of the politicians. We must now move on. Allegations against the judges. These are the judges that Kanu is bringing allegations on. By the way, if you are courageous like Nnamdi Kanu, if you are not afraid and you are watching this video, you need to come under the comment of this video and join Nnamdi Kanu in his courage and type free Maazị Nnamdi. If you are afraid though, don't type it. But if you are courageous, come under the comment of the video and type Nigeria free Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, Tinubu free Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, type Britain free Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. We must keep talking about you. You must keep demanding it. Whether you are one of those inside Nigeria or outside Nigeria, keep saying the truth. Keep demanding it. Kanu specifically mentioned Binta Yako, Judge of the Federal High Court, number 1. Haruna Samani, former Justice of the Court of Appeal, and Galiba Mohammed Lawa of the Supreme Court. Let's look at these 3 judges again. Binta Yako, Haruna Samani, and Galiba Mohammed Lawa of the Supreme Court. Tell us what you think about these judges in the comment section. These are the people that Kanu mentioned. He accused Nyako of remanding him illegally without fair hearing. How can you remand an accused person without giving the person chance to fair hearing as enshrined in the Nigerian Constitution and in human rights? He accused Nyako of remanding him illegally without fair hearing, contrary to Section 293, subsection 1 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 and Section 36, subsection 1 of the Constitution of Nigeria. Kanu also faulted her for failing to inquire into his absence from trial in 2017 after the Nigerian army allegedly invaded his home in Abia State, an incident he claimed forced him into exile. As at that time, Kanu was released. He did not run away. He was in Nigeria. He was in his father's house in Aferuku. His father is a king. He is a prince. He was not running away. Yet, Muhammadu Buhari, the former president, whoever was in charge of at that time, because Kanu had already prophesied and revealed that the real Buhari was gone, right? Operation Python Dance was sanctioned. They came into Kanu's house to kill him. On that day, they killed many Igbo youths. Most Igbo young men were killed in an attempt to kill Nnamdi Kanu. We, every part of the world, heard about the Operation Python Dance that almost killed Kanu. From that incident, Kanu lost a lot of his friends, a lot of his men, a lot of IPOB strong men were killed, gunned down that day. Something unprovoked attack just to bring down the Southeast. I deposed to this fact in an affidavit from Israel where I had sought safety. Justice Nyako refused to inquire into it, the petition raised, because if Kanu was supposed to appear in court during his bail and he was not in court, why didn't Binta Nyako ask question where Nnamdi Kanu went? What led to him fleeing outside Nigeria? And Nnamdi Kanu had already made it known to her, but she refused to inquire into it. On another judge, Samani, Kanu argued that the Court of Appeal erred when it granted a stay of execution after discharging him on October 13, 2022, because when Nnamdi Kanu was eventually kidnapped from Kenya and brought extraordinarily illegally brought into Nigeria, there was this judgment that granted Nnamdi Kanu freedom. But Samani, this judge, granted Nigeria a stay of execution on that judgment on October 13, 2022. We must move on. Justice Samani panel then granted a stay of execution on this criminal discharge, an aberration unknown to law. Remember, Kanu is addressing this to lawyers that are gathered in Enugu. They will have a proper interpretation of this. And earlier today, we had also brought you an information in news. Just go to our channel and we'll attach that video in this at the end of this video, because the governor of that state, the governor of that place called Enugu, had already said that Nnamdi Kanu's freedom is the right thing. That freeing Nnamdi Kanu is the right thing. He said it few days ago, just few hours ago. This device detained me 14 months without charge. A direct assault on Section 36, subsection 1, CFR, and Article 7 African Charter. Because of what this Justice Samani did, Nnamdi Kanu was detained 14 months for more than 1 year without charge. without charge, without charge. That is why you must be courageous. Come under the comment of the video and type free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Type it now. Type free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now, or free Biafrans, or Tinubu free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The IPOB leader further criticized Lawal of the Supreme Court for reversing his discharge, saying it amounted to a breach of judicial finality, because most of the time what we see in Nigeria, and especially in Kanu's case, is that a court of competent jurisdiction will make a decree and say that Nnamdi Kanu should be freed. Another judge, another court will thwart that same decree. The court will say something and the government will refuse to obey. The government, Tinubu, Buhari, will refuse to obey what the court has already said. The IPOB leader further criticized Lawal of the Supreme Court for reversing his discharge, saying it amounted to a breach of judicial finality. You see, one of the things we must do, you and I, watching this video, is that we must keep opening the eye of our people, the people of Biafra, Ndi Igbo, whether they are outside of Nigeria, whether they are inside, must, as a matter of urgency, be made to know the truth. The eyes must be opened. This is what Nnamdi Kanu has been fighting for. This is what gave rise to Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast on Radio Biafra. So as you are watching this, go ahead right now and share this video. Ensure you share this video. Copy the link to this video. Share to all platforms. Share to your friends, your family, to all your followers, all your members. Let them know the truth. The truth will always set the people free. A discharge on grant of warrant of jurisdiction is as good as an acquittal. Kanu know, because that judgment said that Nnamdi Kanu should be discharged because the court, Nigerian court, doesn't have jurisdiction to even arrest him or even try him in the first place. Kanu noted that multiple authorities, including Nigerian court and international bodies, has confirmed that his arrest and transfer from Kenya to Nigeria amounted to an extraordinary rendition. Remember, don't forget that even a court, a high court, a federal court a high court in Kenya has already said that the way Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Kenya is illegal. So Kenya has almost washed their hand off the matter. A competent court in Canada has already declared that APC is a terrorist organization in Nigeria. Kanu noted that multiple authorities, including Nigeria court and international bodies, had confirmed that his arrest and transfer from Kenya to Nigeria amounted to an extraordinary rendition. We must continue. We must continue. Remember, if you have not liked this video, just click on like right now. The Supreme Court itself, Court of Appeal of Nigeria, which discharged me, the Federal High Court, which declared my extraordinary rendition illegal, the Kenyan High Court, United Nations Special Rapporteur Opinion, and the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention have confirmed that I was abducted, tortured, and extraordinary rendition from Kenya in a violation of domestic and international law. This is what Nnamdi Kanu said. Let's look at these things he said. He said the Supreme Court, number 1, Court of Appeal, number 2, Federal High Court, number 3, Kenyan Court, number 4, United Nations Special Rapporteur Opinion, number 5, United Nations Working Group, number 6, have confirmed that Nnamdi Kanu's abduction, torture, and extraordinary rendition from Kenya was in violation of the law. These are things our people must know. These are things we must keep speaking until the right thing is done. If you have not typed free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are you afraid? If you are courageous, come under type it several times and make sure that our people come under the comment of this video and type the same thing. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Biafrans now. Release an innocent man now. The IPOB leader said despite the various court verdicts, Lawal breached international laws, treaties, and revived dead statutes. Kanu urged the Nigerian Bar Association that are gathered in the southeast in Enugu. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu is from the southeast, a place at the state, right, which is also close to Enugu, where these lawyers, Nigerian Bar Association members, the General Council are gathering at the moment. Kanu urged the Nigerian Bar Association to investigate the judges he mentioned, and take a firm stance against judicial abuse. I urge the MB in Nigerian Bar Association to investigate Justice Binta Yako, Haruna Samani, and Garba Lawal for gross judicial misconduct. Publish a report condemning use of civil procedure to subvert criminal law and the resurrection of repealed statutes. Kanu said, we must keep on. This case is not only about me. Of course, Kanu doesn't just fight for himself. He fights for the oppressed. He fights for his people. It is about whether Nigerian judiciary is bound by law or by impunity. The Constitution, statutes, and international treaties have all been shredded. The bar cannot be silent. That is why you watching this video cannot be silent. Our media house, Noble Media, cannot be silent. We must keep saying the truth, whether it's about Nnamdi Kanu, whether it's something happening in Kenya, in Gambia, in America, in US. As far as there's injustice, we must keep saying the truth. That's what we stand for at Noble Media. If you have not subscribed, click on subscribe. If you have not joined to become a full member of our channel, click on join now. The separatist leader, that is Nnamdi Kanu, warned the association that silence would make it complicit in undermining justice. Anybody that is silent in this matter is already encouraging Tinubu and the Nigerian government to keep holding this man. Who knows who else will be held? That's why we must not keep silent. He who is silent is taken to agree. Silence now will make the Nigerian Bar Association complicit in the erosion of Nigeria's legal foundation, Nnamdi Kanu said. This is the news as it is now. You have not subscribed, click on subscribe. Remember to share this video. Type Freemason Nnamdi Kanu. Share this video across board. Let the people know the truth. Let supporters of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, let Ndibo, let the Southeasterners, whether they be those in diaspora outside Nigeria, within Igbo land, they must get this video. Let them know what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has said, because knowledge, they say, is power. If you have not subscribed to our channel, click on subscribe. If you have not liked this video, like this video, share this video, join, click on join to become a full member and supporter of our YouTube channel. And finally, there's an important video on the screen. Click on it and watch now.